Listen, I had to Mike Tyson somebody. I mean, what can I say? I was a good kid, but don't push it. Don't push it. Hey, you guys, it is your girl Kia V, all up in the building, all up on your screen. And today we are having a little story time tonight. We're having a little story time on tonight, and it is about the time I had to Mike Tyson somebody. Because she had it coming. She had it coming. Listen, it's not one of my proudest moments. My parents were upset. I was in deep, deep trouble for quite some time. But, I mean, it is what it is. So, this story actually took place back when Kia was just a little smidget, a little midget on this earth. And she's just a little precious, quiet, little shy thing, okay? This actually happened, I want to say in like preschool or kindergarten. It had to be kindergarten. It was kindergarten. It happened in kindergarten. I went to private school. So I had a cute little like uniform and everything, and we all looked alike. But I was always very shy and very like to myself and like nervous or trying to be around other kids, or either I wanted to be like people's friends. Like I was one of those, I already told you guys, I was one of those girls who actually really wanted to be one of those friendly folks that people really liked and everybody wanted to hang around. That never happened. That never happened. I ended up being the very awkward one. Ended up being the very awkward one. But nonetheless, it is what it is. So yeah. I had to Mike Tyson a girl. Because it was this thing we used to do in school, and you know, you go to the restroom, everybody would like either you went with the class, or if you missed going with the class, then they would let you go individually. So we had gotten to a circle. It was reading time, and it was a girl named I'm gonna change her name, Iris. I'm gonna call her Iris, okay? It was a girl named Iris. Now, Iris was probably the biggest girl in my grade. Probably the biggest girl in my class, actually. The biggest girl in my class. And she was definitely like a big bully. She really was, no lie. She was a big bully on the low, okay? A big bully on the low. So, for whatever reason, every time we got in story time, I always used to wait to go to the restroom because I used to like to go by myself. So, yeah. So every time I went though, somebody would come sit in my seat all the time. Somebody would come and sit in the seat that I had did the work, pulled from the table to bring to the circle. I did that physical manual labor, okay? That's what I did. This is my chair. Don't sit down. You didn't do the work. You don't get the pay. You don't get the pay. So, I told people before I left, I was like, nobody sit in my seat. I'm going to the restroom. You know, me just being a little innocent childish kid. I'm like, okay, so nobody's going to sit in my seat since I said, please nobody sit in my seat because, I'm just going to the restroom and I'll be right back. So I go to the restroom, la-di-da around, have a good little time, washing my hands in my own world, taking my time. Because, I really didn't want to be back in class on a real. I never liked school. I was never a schooling person. I was smart, but I never liked school. So I'm washing my hands and everything, going about my day. And then I walk to the classroom and I literally peep in through the door to like look and see if somebody sat in my seat. Cause I'm like, I told everybody when I left, y'all, this is my seat. Don't sit in my seat. All these seats out here, this one is mine. This one is mine. So I get to the door and I'm like, somebody sitting in my seat. Somebody sitting in my seat. Okay? Somebody's sitting in my seat. I done told y'all, don't sit in my seat. This is my seat. I pulled it from my desk. This is my specific chair. I was probably a little germaphobe back then too. I don't want your germs, your cootie, your potty butt sitting in my seat. I didn't know if you were potty trained and I was already a professional. Like, don't be sitting in my seat. You're the biggest girl, the biggest bully, Iris, was sitting in my seat. And I was just like confused. Like, didn't I tell them not to sit in my seat? Like I could have swore I said, could you please not sit in my seat? This is my seat. I pulled it from my desk. I'm pretty sure that this is the conversation in which I had with these people that I thought we were just being, good listeners. But apparently we're not good listeners here. We don't listen. Okay? We're 5 years old. We do what we want. I walk to my chair and I tell the girl, I'm like, hey, this is actually my seat for my desk. You know, it has my little name on the back with the little tape that they put on. And like it has my little name on there. And this girl was just like, okay. Okay. Excuse me? What are we okay? This is my seat. Get it up. Get it up. You're. I'm like, so I'm gonna need you to get up. Can you please get out of my seat? Because this is my seat. Meanwhile, my teacher is like, Kia, I know you just came back from the restroom, find a seat. I'm like, ma'am, but this is my seat right here. Just go pull another, ma'am, but this is my seat right here. My name is on the back of it. My butt has been properly fitted for this seat, okay? It knows my weight. It knows my balance. This lady, this heavy bear is sitting in my seat. And she know it wasn't hers. And I told them, like, don't nobody sit in my seat. It was another chick, a little light-skinned girl with a big old puff. Probably what they would call the most prettiest girl in school because she was yellow with the big hair and all the other stuff. And she was like, she did tell you that that was her seat. And I'm like, exactly, sis. Thank you. Thanks for the assist. So, meanwhile, Iris is sitting there like, I'm not getting up. I'm not getting up. So, reckless Kia, reckless little Kia, the biggest girl against like the smallest, because I wasn't that big yet. I was still tiny. So I'm like, can you get out of my seat? So the last thing I remember, y'all, is I remember pulling her arm. And her heavy butt did not want to budge. Okay? Her heavy butt did not want to budge. This was a quarterback sitting in the chair. Okay? She did not want to budge. So I'm like, y'all, can you help? Help! Somebody help! Meanwhile, my teacher's like, just get another chair. No, this is my chair. This one's mine. Y'all, I don't know what happened. I just know I blacked out. Because I was just pulling this girl's arm trying to get her out of the seat. She would not budge. The next thing I know, y'all, I don't know if I got hungry or vicious. I bit the mess out of this girl's arm while I was pulling it. And she screamed and started crying. She got out my seat. But listen, she screamed and started crying. She got out my seat though. she that made her rise like the day. When I did that, cause I was like, you not finna sit here. This is my seat. It has been formed for my butt. We have a relationship, ma'am. Get up out. My name is on the back. It's mine. I own it. I own it. She just would not move. She want to sit there and be Rosa Parks. I shall not be moved. Nah, sis, get it up. Get it up. And I bit her arm. And she rose up. But you know who else rose up? My teacher. And she rose up, and you know what else she rose up to do? She rose up to go to the phone, in which she had to call her mom because apparently I had did some damage. Okay, I can't even. I did some damage to that girl's arm. Okay, I mean I saw teeth bites. There was blood, broken skin. It was vicious. And not one of my proudest moments at all. Not one of my mom's gonna watch this and still be upset. Like, you wanted to share that one. That's the story you wanted to share. Absolutely. Listen, she had to come in. She was a bully. She used to be bullying me around all the time. Like, she deserved it. But we skipped past that because she was crying and she was sitting in my seat, and what I did was apparently not acceptable. Okay. Apparently it wasn't acceptable. I can't go around Mike Tyson and folks biting folks' arms and ears and stuff. However, she got what she got. And then I got what I got when I got home and got that that when I got home if you know what means, that's what I got. I came home. Dad was like, what did you do? I was like, she was sitting in my seat. It was unacceptable. That seat was formed for my butt. And he was like, oh, I have something for your butt. I definitely have something for your butt. So, I don't think we'll ever look at a clap again, will we? We will never look at that again. We will never see a clap the same again because, I mean, that's what happened. I did what I did, so I deserved clap on to make sure that my brain realized what had happened and how that was inappropriate. I mean, it was only right, okay? I can't be walking around here Dracula and people because they sitting in my seat, okay? No matter how much of a bully they are, no matter how big they are, listen, it's just unacceptable, okay? That is savage behavior, darling. And we are all about class. So, yeah, went through all that. They called my mom and dad came. They had to call her mom, and her mom, I can still picture her mom because her mom, just like she looked like a bully, her child looked like a bully, but she was thick. Her mom looked like a skinnier type of bully. She had like blonde, short, curly hair, kind of like the girl off of Set It Off a little bit. If you remember the Queen Latifah's girlfriend in that movie, that's how she looked. She had this big nose ring, but she still had like a deep voice, and her daughter also had a deep voice. So they's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Hi." Like that did this, that did this. So yeah, I had to Mike Tyson, but listen, you know who never sat in my seat again? Not nobody. That's what. Listen, all my stories are in violence. Listen, I do not condone violence at all, okay? These are slight moments in my childhood that stuff had to be done. Okay? Stuff had to be done. But there's only a few stories like this. This is probably like the last story that's like that, where I had to lay my hands on somebody when I shouldn't be touching nobody to begin with. But I did. I did what I did, and I personally didn't regret it. However, I did have to apologize. I had to apologize because my dad was like, "Now you apologize to her when you get to the school." I'm like, okay. And then I had to find her in the restroom one day, and she just kept like ignoring me, and like she was, I think I kind of scared her a little bit. I think Vampire Kia scared her a little bit because she like was avoided me at all costs, which her mama could have been like, "Don't talk to her," but at the same time, my parents are like, "You need to apologize." So I mean, eventually I ended up talking to her, catching her in the restroom. Let me not say catch her in the restroom because it sounded like I was really going after this chick. But I had to apologize. So I kind of was stalking her life a little bit because I'm like, "Mama told me to apologize. Where you at?" So eventually I did apologize and we moved on. And yeah, I never been nobody else again. Never been anybody else ever again. But I thought that was hilarious. That seat was made for my butt. Okay. We had already been sitting in it all year long. Okay. I'm accustomed to this seat. Even though y'all know it was hard and y'all know it was plastic and y'all know it wasn't no memory foam, it wasn't no nothing. Like anybody could sit in that seat. It was going to be the same. But I was peculiar about my seat. That was mine. That's mine. Okay. So yeah, that happened. Funny, you know what? Funny thing about this story is that so I ended up leaving that kindergarten, that private school, ended up getting into public school, and then I want to say, I think it was like 5th grade. I was at public school, and guess who ended up being in my classroom? Iris. Iris, and we were older, and she still remembered the story. And for some reason, I don't know why, but she was like, I still kind of got like a little mark. And I was like, "You lying." You telling stories. You ain't got no little mark. And she showed me. I remember I came home, I told my mom, I was like, "Mom, Iris is at the school." She like, "What did she do?" I was like, "Nothing." She showed me her arm. She remembered the story. She remembered me biting her. She remembered. She absolutely remembered me. That's hilarious. Iris, if you are watching this, listen, I'm still sorry, my girl, but I bet you ain't never seen nobody see ever again. I thought was the lesson taught on both sides because I think it was. I think it was. Kids, don't bite people, okay? Tell your teacher, never condone the violence if you're watching this. the peaceful, just get another seat, just get another seat, even though I'm still kind of that kid inside that if you sit in my seat, that's mine. But listen, for the sake of etiquette, just get another seat, sis. It's okay. And it'll be okay. Don't go biting, folks. Don't go biting, folks. So yeah, that's the time I had to Mike Tyson somebody. I bit the mess out of that girl's arm. And I got home. Yo, let me get off of here. Let me get off here. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is my little story time. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I said, I'm sorry, Mama and Daddy. Listen, I never meant to bite her, but she was sitting in my chair. We couldn't have that. But yeah, I don't bite people anymore. All right. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys later.